Huh. New thing I learned from a tooltip just there. The more rune coins you use, the... Let's see. The more rune coins you use, the more an enemy is worth. I didn't know that. Okay. So this one's going to be a bit dicey. Ideally... Let's see. What do we even have on our first round? If we're lucky... We're not going to have any of the, why is there, like, zero music? This is super uncomfortable. You know what? How do we want to do this? I'm just going to do that. We'll figure it out. Okay, so this way we have one specific route. There's the music. I needed that. I just, absolute silence makes me feel like something's wrong. Like there's a bug or something, and, don't like it. So we've got a lot of potential, really good options here for just destroying these guys down below. I still want to make the ultimate kill maze. You know, in retrospect, the area that I just locked off might actually be better. Oh, wait, hold up. I'm using the wrong weapon. I knew I'm doing something wrong here. I was like, I haven't actually modified my traps at all to fit my new setup. So I'm going to try this stone staff. I guess I'm going to try it real quick. Okay, so stone staff does not use mana. Yes, okay, cool. That is a confirmation that I needed to have. So, next up. Maybe we should try that again with the ice attack. Okay. So we want all of these. We have brimstone. What was I going to switch in? The mana trap? Oh, I was considering the guardian archers. If I'm not going to be using this as much, maybe I will be. Is there anything else that would be quite good? I would really like to try the shock zapper at some point. I just don't know if the shock zapper does chain lightning. That'd be lovely. Okay. I think... Do we bring the guardian archers instead of the mana trinket? That's the real question I want to ask here. And the answer is, you know what? No, let's go with this. Okay, so we got the stone door. So here's the question. This might be better as like a potential kill maze than the one I had previously. Because I was originally going with this, and I liked the idea of it. No. This hallway, this, is so much better than any other potential route that we could possibly have. So let's just lock it off accordingly. Okay. I guess I might as well just pop down here. So we're just gonna go over aggressive. Yeah, so that's how I got that ability. And that's why I was so stuck. I have no idea how to unstuck when I'm playing dead, but apparently that's how that works. Okay, do I want to get one of these, or I could get 2 arrow traps. Let's get a arrow trap and an arrow trap. We'll just go with that. The dart spitter might have been better. I don't know. Anyway, let's see if the stone staff works, and if the stone staff is good, cool, we got a new main, and if it's not good, then we switch over to the Scepter of Domination and go from there. Sup, nerds? Going to be a little interesting getting them. I think that dart spitter was straight better. Okay, I'm just going to ignore these guys for a bit. There's no time requirement here, so I can take as long or as short as I want. And they're just going to get confused. Okay. So because these guys get confused, that actually works really well in my favor. I'm just going to have to make absolutely certain that no... Is that just better than the crossbow? It might be. Alright, so they're coming out of this one now. So I'm just going to rip out the arrow traps here. How do we want to handle this? We've got a dart spitter. We've got arrow traps. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 of those. And then that. Let's just make Dart Spitter Town. I have no idea if they're actually that good, but I've liked them in the past, so it seems like a good idea. I'm just gonna remember to drink that occasionally. How long that lasts. Why is it just an Earth Lord? This doesn't seem fair. This stoning ability is kind of insane. Uh-oh. And luckily it works perfectly well. Against these guys. Okay, I'm just gonna line those up for a little bit. We've still got to work on making our perfect kill maze here, as we don't have one. So it's mostly just me kind of running a back line. We might want to get our hands on just like a couple of brimstones over here to make sure that these guys can't do, well, this. Alright, next wave in 10 seconds. Glad I didn't move those burner traps. Okay. I'm just going to do that there. That way I can focus all of my defenses kind of down this direction and not have to worry. There we go. I'll just take the very long way, and it'll be problematic. I still kind of want to see what happens if I just completely seed this area and just madcap amounts of brimstones just to see. Okay, that's an earth elemental, not a fire elemental. I got a little worried. Because here, realistically, the more just kind of errant damage I do to them before they even hit my barricade maze, the better, maybe? Okay. So, interesting thing I learned. I was going to mention this earlier, but apparently in Orcs Must Die, oh, that stoning effect is so good. Because they're not stunned. They're straight up frozen. That's crazy good. Okay, there we go. Let's see. For the sake of my own sanity, I'm just going to put a couple of brimstones here. I'd like to line them up elsewhere, but this way, hopefully these guys will not hit my barricades. Excuse me, sir. None of that here. I really like the look of the Earth Lords in this one. I don't think I really mentioned that, but like, I went back and looked at Orcs Must Die. Oh gosh, I am scatterbrained as heck. I woke up way early. I don't know, slept on the wrong side of the bed today. Woke up on the wrong side? I don't know. Things happened. I didn't sleep well. Anyway, so the more traps you hit an enemy with, the more they're worth. So variety is very much spicy life here. Okay, make sure they don't get through if I can. Perfect. I'm just gonna plunk a couple of those. Yeah, because I don't necessarily need a kill box if I've just got crazy dangbridge. Okay. So yeah, look at this. Oh, this will be beautiful. I don't know what to do with that bridge. Maybe if I brought flipper traps. But I did not. So, next question is... Let's switch this up a little bit. I didn't bring my tar traps. Oh well. It'll be fine. There we go. That should be perfect. I'll probably want to put some brimstone traps across the bottom here and just kind of pelt them accordingly. Oh, I didn't put any brimstones here. I should have thought about that. Oh well. I'm also really curious about the piercing shot on stone. It seems like there's a lot of potentially really cool options here. Oh, Other thing, I should probably let these guys die. Let's see. My traps instead. Okay, well, let's get my HP back. That's not as much HP as I was hoping for. Not as much HP as I was hoping for. Okay. I was kind of hoping it would be maybe not instantaneous, but you know, little faster than that. Probably would be faster to just run for the rift. But I guess trade-off is I'm here now. I don't have much to worry about. Hey, that worked. Okay. Brimstone. It may be excessive, but what I'm thinking is just brimstone and ice, dart traps. Just make this area bad. Oh, I could just get a bunch of saw blades. No, it's probably better to have just a bunch of brimstones right here. It's not really a kill box per se. It kind of is. It just doesn't do the usual, like, maze business where you're stuck there forever. It's just bad for anybody that exists within this area. Okay. This is working pretty well. Let's see. Do we want to get... I'm going to get some saw blades, too. Because every single enemy that has to get to my base has to go through this little segment. And ideally, what I could do is actually route them through this entire hallway. Give me my HP back. Alright, let's see. You're still alive. Oh, it's a heavy orc. This is... I don't find this terribly surprising. Do we have anything interesting up here? Yes, we do. Gimme. Welcome to bad times. I'll probably... If it weren't for the sappers, I would probably just make that hallway really bad. What is even left alive in here? I don't know. Oh no, some of them made it by. Whatever will I do? This is all AoEs too, so it's hitting everybody. This is... I might want to tear some of these things up. hard emphasis on might. Let's see, that should be good. But they only burn for a couple of tiles. But yeah, making these guys have to walk all the way to the end of that hallway, super worthwhile. Also, this stone staff, like, credit where credit is due, it does good work. Okay, so I'm gonna sell these just because not the most useful. That'll kind of do. There we go. That'll kind of do. I just want to make sure that anything that comes down that hallway just has the rudest of greetings. Because these guys certainly do. It's like, okay, a couple of them are making it through. Gonna have to worry about that one a little bit more. You know, I should probably actually just have them go around the outside? Or flip how this one works. I should flip this room. Let's get another one of these there. And that there. How's this all looking? Certifiably bad. I should figure out the exact tile distance to keep enemies running down this hallway perpetually on fire. Judging by this, it's about 3 to 4 tiles, given just depending on the speed of an enemy. But they're usually not on fire anymore. Okay, so let's get rid of those. It's actually kind of tempting to get rid of those. But also, let's get rid of this. We want to maze them through as much of this room as possible. And there's a couple of different ways to do that. We could just have them go the long way around, stay on all the walls. Okay. Here you go. This is what I was looking for. Alright, look at this evil creature. Let's just, put a brimstone there. Put this here. I can sell that one to get this up. Okay, cool. That'll have to do. I'm gonna miss the this slowing traps, but you know what? It's fine. Alright, let's do that. So next up, we'll probably want to just seed some basic brimstones there. Maybe eventually take the risk, put some barricades up and down this section right here, so that every enemy has to go through the corridor of horror, and that way I can move all of this like kind of down to the midpoint instead. Because that'd probably be more productive. Then I can just kind of keep them there. This is working shockingly well, and the stone staff is everything I wanted. The crossbow was good. The directional, like, the stun was great, but it was really difficult to keep pointed at an enemy's head. Because they were, you know, they were so wiggly. But, like, I'm barely using mana here because I don't need to. Okay, I'm just gonna do arrow traps up and down that hallway first. I'm actually not sure if the arrow traps are better or worse. Than a bunch of brimstones. I guess let's see. It's inconclusive. Damage is damage. But we're still waiting for these guys. Sup, nerds? Y'all are just having bad times. Now, if I wanted to be really mental, what I could do is have a barricade setup going... Holy shit. The only problem is the potential cost, but I could potentially... I could have barricades going down the entire length of this thing. I could potentially have these guys come out through here, go through here, and back again. Yeah, block this off. Oh. I don't actually know if it's worth it. At least, not currently. But if this goes on long enough, maybe. Alternatively, we just seed the whole place in just madcap amounts of brimstone and whatever survives deserves to live. Hello, Earth Lords. Welcome to Spitbox. I guess the real answer is just the more junk you just pile into an area, the more ridiculous it all gets. Excuse me. There's no escaping this place. They're escaping this place. But that is the one risk. This door makes these guys do weird things. Uh-oh. Okay, but luckily Mr. Moneybags is pretty non-functional. I'm just gonna have a couple more of those. Okay, there he is. Here's the beauty part. There he goes. Wow, the amount of bonus damage that does is so good. Okay, there's more fire for them. I'm a little curious if them being frozen prevents brimstone, like, stops the burn debuff. Because that'd be a little unfortunate. Oh well, if it is, it is. Okay, definitely got to work on that corridor at some point just to make it a little bit more deadly. We get a lot of guys that go up there, get lost, and then come back down. Admittedly, they do burn to death pretty effectively, so that's a plus. It does kind of take out a lot of the orcs. Let's see. Question. Okay, so I can actually get some butterfly boxes up here. Huh. I probably should. Let's look at a butterfly box up there. It can only help and it's cheap as hell. This entire thing is so dumb. I'm so used to using mazing and barricades and, you know, kind of the usual nonsense just to funnel them all into one location. I guess I've succeeded at doing that. This is a completely different beast than what I'm used to. Let's get rid of those little guys. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do on the staircase. I really miss the old rolling barrels that you would just send down staircases and stuff. It was key choices. Because yeah, anytime they had to go up an incline, it would just get bad for them. There we go. So what do we do with this horror hall? Okay. I've given them some presents on the way in. We'll probably just do a bunch of arrow traps because they're cheap. They do decent damage. I mean, they're cutting through the trolls, and because the trolls are constantly on fire, no regen for them. I don't actually know if it's going like full D&D where it just prevents the regen or what. Oh, you know what? You know who's an absolute goof that never put any burn traps over here? I'm an absolute goof that never put any burn traps over here. That would help. That actually would 100% be worthwhile. Okay. Here. Oh, well. Yeah, because by the time they hit this, it's almost too late. I'll get the last brimstone trap over there just because. I was a little curious as to why things were able to get by. Here, let's just get some HP back. Actually, probably shouldn't. Just in case. I believe in this spot, but I don't believe in it that well. Mainly just because, I don't know, it's a lot of enemies. Just coming through unchecked. The armored ogres are going to be the worst among them. Okay, so I'm super injured. Okay, that's encouraging. That means that worked. Okay, so far so good. Put this here. Let's see. What's left? Just these guys? I'm just gonna have some arrow traps going up and down this entire area. Okay. So let's see. That there, can't fit that there. Could fit that kind of all over the place. Okay. So biggest problem is the armored ogres are going to be able to start coming through here, and that's going to be an issue. I think I'm still mildly preferential to putting a couple of barricades down here to force them to run through. My biggest worry, if I were to get them to go up and down that potential hallway, well, I guess the other thing is, instead of wasting a bunch of money down here, almost no trash mobs are making it to the end of this mess. So instead what I should do is probably just start focusing on the kill box behind me. And actually utilizing that, because we've got one hell of a long corridor to do horrid things to everybody. Excuse me, I would like this skull, thank you. Excuse me. None of that, you. Archers. You really could utilize a lot of this space if you were so inclined. I'm not that inclined. Well, this is working. They're confused and being shot. Somewhat relentlessly. Welcome to the bad place. Yeah, so the armored ogres, mountain trolls, they're gonna be spookiest. Oh. What I should do though is make these guys approach from one side. That'd be worth it. There. So this way, they don't just take this corner and go. This way, they're actually super limited in how they approach, and they have to go through at least part of the horror box. At least part of it. Okay, I'm not too worried about the little guys. That's an Earth Lord. Let's see. Yeah, so working on the final kill box is probably the best. It really seems like the dart traps are actually acing much of this. So we might want to just start seeding a silly amount of those instead of wasting resources on barricades. Okay, what else we got? A lot of potions. Yeah, just keep them on fire. Keep them on fire and abuse the heck out of them. Yeah, perfect. Because this way they only have to go past so many. Let's start focusing on this proper though. Let's see. I'm gonna put that there. Enough enemies will be going by that it's worth it. So I should probably actually replace that grinder. This grinder, these with arrow traps. The arrow traps are probably more useful when they're doing a long run-up. Maybe. I'm not actually sure. I didn't realize grinder traps could actually get damaged. Or is that just the reload? It could be that could just be the reload meter. Okay. And definitely more dart traps in this specific spot. And I'm down. Hey, Mr. Moneybags is back. Where the heck am I? Every single time. Yeah, let's go back to making this room awful. I'll probably finish off that lower room, but after a certain point, I really do have to focus on these guys. Because otherwise, the ones from the nearest door are going to just start getting through constantly, and I don't want that. I killed him. I killed him off camera. Where did he die? Down the corridor of horror. The horror door. Well, I will gladly accept this donation of fine funding. Let's see. It's pretty good. Oh boy. What have I wrought? Let's see, was there money here? Yeah. Admittedly, feeling pretty good about things. But just, you know, just in case. Just because. And yeah, it looks like those extra dart traps are doing exactly what we needed them to. Let's see. Not really super necessary here. But I've got unlimited mana for a while, so I'm just going to abuse this boy. Sort of. I guess we should probably hang out here. Let my dart traps actually dart. The dartening has begun. Okay. So far, so good. So far, almost so good. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be those little guys that get by and cause me intense amounts of problems. Well. They're all probably going to be sourced from here. There's some stuff I can do. I'm just going to do that for the time being. There we go. I am actually hitting the mountain troll. I don't really have a firm handle. Wait, did something get through? I'm at 18 rift points. When that happened? It either must have been very recent or a while ago. You know what? It's probably just an Earth Elemental's little mooks just getting through again. Whoops. That seems like the most likely option. Because I don't see any holes in my barricades. Okay, so let us continue the dartening. It will be truly inassailable by the time I'm done. Maybe. My only fear is that this is going to be a 3-hour run. I think what I might do is just auto-lose after wave 30 every single time. Like 2 million points. Because I'm more interested in getting up to 5 skulls and a potentially infinite run. Maybe? I don't know. Like, I gotta question myself on how much of this do I really want to play in a given day? How much of this specific run do I want to play? That's the real answer. Excuse me. Peace out, nerds. You cannot chase me. This place is just too bad for you. There you go. Like, the damage is still a little bit limited. It's just there's so much of it. Let's see. We'll put that there. Well, he did not last. He tried. It was a valiant effort. Truly admirable. Didn't do him a lick of good. I don't know what I'm saying today. We are just... It is words, holy shit. Okay, I'm just gonna let this guy go. Like, it is just infinitely more valuable for me to let traps kill him instead of me trying to plink him down manually. Alright, let's take a nice nap here for a bit. Okay, so now that we've done that, I think I just want grinder traps up and down the side. And then we start mazing this. Because we still have an insane amount of room before we even get here. I don't think there's any real potential abuse I can do in the final room, except for maybe just having a shit ton of archers, but that's a little too late. But yeah, I mainly want to just make sure that the little earth elemental guys do not get the chance to squeak over my bear. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, they're dynamite archers. Okay. I figure that's a worthwhile investment. Maybe. Might want to actually get some brimstones kind of down at the end there. Alright, how are you doing in the corridor? Okay, so that one made... Nope. Yeah, so the main difference between this endless round and the last one, I truly largely just is centralized on the fact that so many enemies have to take such a long way to get to my defenses that like they're just it's okay. They have to take such a long walk just to get to my defenses that most of the time it's not that they're dead, it's that all of my traps have reset. The last time we did this, I mean, especially because I put all of my time and effort into the slap traps, I was rolling with a lot of really long cooldown, kind of expensive traps that did a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. It wasn't enough.